What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zip, your everyday life coach, and I provide you with practical tools for everyday living so that you can transform tomorrow today. This is the last day of the 28-day self-concept challenge, and I may spend a little bit of extra time today talking about this part two of the virtue consistent. Since this is the last day, if you've stuck with this challenge, it is my hope that you have, through these traits, really grown and expanded your frame. And I'm going to talk about this in a second, what a frame is. But I hope you've grown and expanded your frame. And now you got a job, and that is you got to hold the frame. And we're going to talk about this and connect it to this last trait on this last day of this awesome 28-day self-concept challenge. Now, before we do, I want you to like this video. I want you to share this video. Subscribe to our channel if you like our content. Every time you hit the like button, literally, it increases the chances that somebody sees the video. And so I don't care if I have 12 viewers or 40 viewers, it doesn't matter. I want all of you to hit that like button, not so you can help me, but so that you can help someone else get the content that is necessary that might transform their lives. Day 28, it's the last day. And man, I'm so stoked because, I've finished so many different programs. I complete so many different programs all the time, and there's nothing like the excitement of the last day. But this is a very important day. Day 28, we're still dealing with consistent. It is the last trait that we're dealing with, and we're talking about more consistent. But I want to talk about holding your frame. Now, you have spent all of this time over the last now 28 days, 27 days, today being the 28th day. You've spent all of this time working on your self-concept, remembering how we see ourselves, and how we see ourselves then is influenced by how others see us, how others receive us. So you put in all of this work, and you've worked on all of these different factors over the last nearly a month. Here's what you've got to do. Now that you have worked to transform your mindset and your thinking, and transform yourself into new ways of seeing yourself, you have to hold your frame. When you hold your frame, all you're saying is, I moved my life from this place to this place. And now that I've moved it to this place, I'm going to stay stuck right here. I'm going to hold that place. I'm not going to come back down. I'm not going to shift backwards, but I'm going to hold my frame in this new place. When you hold your frame in that new place, you are making a statement on consistency. Because here's the reality. I think life really has a sense of humor. You can go through an exercise like this and literally be excited about finishing the exercise, and then 2 days later get hit with a situation that tests everything you just experienced the last 27 days. That's how life works. There's never been a time where I have experienced transformational change in my life where as soon as I experienced the change or thought I experienced the change, something happened in life to see if I really changed. And that might happen to you, my friends. You may, after this challenge, go through some things that challenge your patience. Go through some things that challenge, how kind you're going to be. Go through some things that challenge how sweet you're going to be, how respectful you're going to be. All of the traits we've covered. You may experience some things. Life may present you with some obstacles to see if you really mean that. The good news is you have the ability, now that you've gone through this transformation, you're in a new frame, you're in a new way of thinking, you're in a new mindset. But now you got to hold the mindset. And how do we do it? We hold it by being consistent. We hold it by being disciplined. We hold it by consistently, now that the journey is over, this self-concept journey is over. We hold it by consistently every day. If we don't write the 5 things we're grateful for, we think about 5 things we're grateful for. We hold it by every single day, thinking about these traits that we've dedicated this last month to say, I'm going to continue to work on being patient, to being kind, sweet, respectful. I'm going to continue to work on being consistent. You continue to work on these things, and when you do, you will find yourself, you will see that you've not only elevated to a new place, but your consistent work on these things will keep you in that frame. And that's what I want for you. I want for you more than anything else, not for you to just change temporarily. I want you to change permanently. I don't want you to just change in a moment. A lot of times, people reach out to me for counseling and coaching, not because they're in the middle of going through something very difficult. And that's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. And you counsel them, you coach them, they feel better for the moment. They may even feel better for the next week or two. But if they don't hold the frame of what they've been taught, what happens is they revert back to how they felt. They revert back to, the pain that they've experienced in the past. They revert back to the habits they used to have. They revert back to all of these things. Why? Because they learned something, but they were not able to hold the frame. You've got to hold this frame. You put in a lot of work. And so now you've got to focus your attention on this new you, this better version of yourself. And when you do that, you're going to see that focusing on this better version of yourself and working on these traits that you've worked on the last 28 days will consistently cause you to set new boundaries in your life, will consistently cause you to think in the moment, to be locked into the present, will consistently cause you to maintain a sense of attention to your true purpose, to your true value, to your true worth. These things are going to happen because you have made a commitment to lock yourself every single day on this new version of you. I'm here to tell you from personal experience. When I did this journey last year, it was a very rough time for me in my life, but the way things got better was simple. It didn't get better, 2 days in. It didn't get better necessarily a week and a half in. It took some time. But once this self-concept challenge really began to stick with me, it really created a monster inside of me, where now every single day I'm recording what I'm grateful for. I'm thinking about what I'm grateful for. I'm journaling daily. I'm really putting in the work to becoming a better me. And when you do that, when you put in the work to become a better you, you have no choice but to be a better you. See, a lot of people want to be better. A lot of people want to handle habits better. They want to handle flaws better. That's all great. It's one thing to be better and want to be better rather. It's another thing to put in the work so you can become better. And that's typically what separates people who consistently over time develop the traits that they need to develop to become who they need to become, or those people who are like what we talked about on the very first video, who go to the gym the first 2 weeks of the new year, and by week 3, they've given up everything they've worked on. I don't want you to give up everything you've worked on, everything you put into this last 27 days. Now you've got a job. You've got to be consistently grateful every day. You've got to be consistently focused on those traits, those 14 traits in your life that will make your life, that will help to mold and shape you into becoming the best version of you. You've got to be consistent in this space. And if you are consistent in this space, I'm living proof. I'm sitting, living, breathing proof that if you are consistent in this space, you're going to look up a couple of months from now. It may even be a year from now. Don't know how long it will take, but you're going to look up eventually and you're going to see that you have totally transformed into a different person. And you're going to be glad about that. And the people that are connected to you are going to be able to see the change in you. They're going to be able to see the glow in you. They're going to be able to see the energy shift on you because you have not just put in the work for a period of time or just 28 days, but you have consistently continued to put in the work on your life. And the more you put in the work, the better your life is eventually going to be. And again, when you make the change, it ain't going to be one and done. The change is going to stick to you. And that's what we call holding the frame. So on this last day of this 28-day self-concept challenge, I want to challenge you to hold the frame. It is my hope that right now, you feel like you're in a better position now than what you were yesterday or 27 days ago. Now, you've got to take this new place, this new mindset, this new perspective, this new mentality, this new energy, everything that you're bringing to the table now that's new as a result of this transformation. You've got to take that in this frame and you got to stay there. You got to fight like heck to stay there. Life is going to get rough. Things are going to happen to you. Trials and tests are going to come. People are going to annoy you. All kinds of things are going to happen. But you've got to stay in this frame that you're in. You've got to lock yourself there. And if you do that, if you get in this frame and lock yourself in this frame, I'm here to tell you, you're going to see that life from here on out is going to be a little bit different. You're going to see trials different. You're going to see challenges different. You're going to see obstacles different. You're going to see things that come your way a whole lot different. Why? Because you refuse to revert back to the old versions of you. You are willing to even struggle and go through tough times to remain locked in the frame that you're in versus settling and reverting back to who you used to be just for temporary satisfaction. I want you to lock in this current frame, lock in this frame, continue to let gratitude be the compass and the guide that guides your life. And I promise you, you're going to transform tomorrow today. You got 2 jobs. 1, I want you to be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you. Now go after it.